You know what? It's funny looking back. I had so many things that drew me or that I could trace back. I used to ride around on my bike when I lived down in Southern California, and I'd put a little transistor radio on my handlebars. I can't remember how I fixed it to that, but I used to listen to KFI, and I always thought the guy doing the traffic sounded so cool. KFI in the sky, And so but I did have, I would do my own mixtapes where I would announce the songs and be the DJ coming up and stuff, and even taking a friend of mine and I did this silly performance down in Fresno City College where we danced to multiple different songs, and I had these, the double cassette deck, and I was like recording and putting these mixes together and stuff.
That's
and
great.
This was way before I was in radio production, but looking back, it's so interesting because it was like that was a very clear path.
Yeah. You knew early on.
Well, it's funny because I listened to the radio so much, and I would always like to call in to try to win prizes. And
cool.
Called in one time, I won a record or something like that, and the guy said, Shane Sharkey, wow, that's a name, that's a disc jockey name. You should be a disc jockey. And I was like,
I love it.
Huh, that sounds interesting. And so it's
that
funny.
That is a pretty cool name, though.
Yeah, well, and I do have one really, my favorite story of being, drawn towards radio was in high school. One of our assignments, I think it was for an English class, we had to write letters to two professionals that we might be interested in going into their businesses. And so I wrote to this guy named Red Noise, who was a DJ on Kilo 94 in Colorado Springs. And I think I also wrote a letter to a lawyer. I'm not sure why I picked that. But anyway, the DJ, Red Noise, called my mom, did an interview with her without my knowing, and said, "Are you sure you want your son to be a disc jockey?" And my mom is a total mom. Oh, he can do anything he wants. And so I didn't know they did this interview. And then, getting ready to go to school on a weekday morning, and my brother's driving us. We do this carpool, and I'm always running late, and I'm rushing out the door. And my mom's saying, "No, don't leave yet. Don't leave yet." And I'm like, "Mom, we got to get to school." She's like, "Okay, I got to tell you, Red Noise is about to call you, and he's going to do an interview. This is at like drive time, so." As all my friends and people I know are driving to school, I'm being interviewed on the radio by Red Noise, and he's saying, well, you gotta answer these questions. And he asked me things like, do you like to wear jeans every day? I said, yes, absolutely. And, a series of questions. Do you like to wash cars? I'm like, so these are things you have to do as a disc jockey. So it's just so funny. I got to school and he gave me a nickname. He said, you got to get rid of that name, Shane Sharkey. It needs to be Shotgun Sharkey. And so I got to school and all these people are calling me Shotgun. I'm like, oh God. But
That's
it was
so cool, though.
That is really cool.
Yeah,
I like that story.
I wish I could find the cassette because